The Ford vs Ferrari. Not the movie review, but about the actual history of Ford vs Ferrari. And of course we'll talk about the car used in it, the legendary Ford GT40. The point in the 1960s was the major turn for the Ford and the whole car industry. Ford turned its company to the next level. And how was that done? We'll know it now in this video. So let's dive into the history of the Ford vs Ferrari and the legendary Ford GT40. Hit that subscribe button and I will go through the video. Here's the story of Ford and Ferrari. I have brought out some important points so you can understand easily. In the early 1960s, Henry Ford was eager to boost Ford image and sales. For that reason, Ford attempted to purchase Ferrari in 1963. But the deal fell through. Enzo Ferrari, the founder of Ferrari, reportedly pulled out of the deal at the last minute due to disagreement over control and autonomy. That created a sort of ego in Ford. Ford thought of a plan to take a revenge with Ferrari. He believed that winning prestigious international race like 24-hour Le Mans would help increase Ford's fame and its market, and it was obviously a form of revenge against Ferrari also. So what Ford did was, Ford enlisted the help of Carlo Shelby, a former race car driver turned car designer and builder, to lead their racing program. Shelby in turn brought in Ken Miles, a British-born driver and engineer known for his exceptional talent and engineering expertise. I hope everyone knows him. The Ford GT40 was the car designed and created to beat Ferrari at Le Mans. It went through various iterations and improvements to become a competitive racing car. Ford entered several GT40s and they faced stiff competition from Ferrari. Ken Miles played a pivotal role in the race, and despite some obstacle, he and his co-driver ultimately secured a historic 1-2-3 finish for Ford, with Miles himself coming in the first. The victory at Le Mans in 1966 was a significant achievement for Ford, breaking Ferrari's dominance in endurance racing. Ford went on to win Le Mans for the next 3 years, solidifying its position in the world of motorsports. So that's how the Ford made a turn in its history. So now talking about the car used in it, it was GT40. The name GT40 stands for Grand Touring 4 liters, referring to its engine size. The Ford GT40, particularly the 1966 Mk2 version that won the 24-hour of Le Mans, was powered by a V8 engine. The exact specification of the engine varied throughout the GT40's development, but the most famous version of the engine was 7-liter V8 engine. So let's talk about that specific Mk2 GT40. The Ford GT40 had a big 7-liter engine. It was a regular V8 engine without any extra gadget. It was a raw engine. This engine could make somewhere between 485 to 500 horsepower, but the exact amount could change depending on how it was set up for the racing. It also had a good amount of torque, like 475 to 525 pound-feet of force. The engine worked well because it had a right mix of fuel and air, thanks to its holy carburetor. The engine used liquid cooling system. It had a 4-speed manual gearbox. This helped the GT40's engine power to be used efficiently on the racetrack. It's important to note that the GT40 underwent various engine changes and upgrades throughout its racing career, and different versions of car used different engines. The 427 cubic inch V8 was one of the most powerful and iconic engine used in GT40, contributing to its success in endurance racing, including the historic victory at the 1966 24 hours of Le Mans. So Ford vs Ferrari is more like an ego battle. Even though it was an ego battle or a revenge on Ferrari, that helped a lot to grow Ford to the next level. This battle led the Ford to gain great success and fame. This battle was about determination and innovation. The legendary car was made, the GT40's 7-liter V8 engine. You have the potential to achieve anything. You don't need a group of people to get success. You can achieve great success with only 2 to 3 people, and their hard work paid off. So we have a lot to learn from this history. We got an iconic car that nobody thought of at that time. Even though I wasn't born then, Reviewing this history feels great. And that's it. Subscribe for more content like this and I will improve for you.